In this video, we will learn about basics of ERP and Oracle Cloud. So what is ERP? ERP is vital for our organization and it helps to manage both its internal and external processes as it helps to improve the data flow across the organization. You can imagine that organization can have multiple departments related to finance, manufacturing, human resources, procurement, and so on. All these departments are tightly integrated and there has to be a data flow which needs to be there so that seamlessly different components like suppliers, customer and employees information has been managed effectively in the organization. So what is the need of an ERP system? Many businesses they started putting different systems, one for handling finance need, maybe other for handling inventory operations, employee details, etc. So there is a lot of redundant information which needs to be maintained across these systems. So it often has a challenge in terms of syncing up the data and providing single source of truth for an organization. So there has to be a single system which can bring all these different pieces together in a one system. So that is what ERP can do. And it can manage sales, purchase, inventory, accounting information, which can provide relevant reports and analytics level of information as well to the management team so that they can work on the future growth of an organization. So what are the benefits of ERP system? So ERP system, they are basically sit on a shared database that support multiple functions used by different groups within an organization. Different groups or the departments, they can rely on the same information as per their needs. They can basically query the same database across all the different departments and the functions, and it acts as a centralized software that will manage all their business activities at one place, which in turn can provide a smooth flow of information across the different departments and can manage the communication to the outside world in a perfect manner. And also, when everyone is working with the same data, then there would be less chances of error, which can increase the productivity of an organization. So, which industries can implement the ERP system? So, when it comes to implementation of an ERP system, there is no boundary in terms of which all industries can adapt it. For example, it can be used by financial services, manufacturing, hospitality, retail, healthcare, technology, restaurants, and varied other industries. So which are the key industry leading ERP solution providers? So those are Microsoft Dynamics, Oracle, Salesforce, SAP, Workday, to name a few. We will focus on Oracle ERP. Oracle ERP was initially launched in 1980 and it's one of the key players in the industry. Since then, Oracle has released several versions of their products considering the best business practices, industry standards, and the need of an organization in order to achieve the required scalability and the future growth. So its GUI version of 10.7 was quite popular with big organization in 1990s. Later, Oracle launched the 11i version, which was kind of a internet-based version of Oracle applications, and then we had the R12e with the suite of applications. The latest, which is ongoing in market, is the Oracle Cloud version on 11G, and in turn, we have the several releases on Oracle Cloud, and we have the quarterly patches as well on the Oracle Cloud, which basically brings up the new functionality every quarter. So prior to the cloud, all the data were on-premise, which means the data is stored physically in the storage location. On the other hand, Oracle Cloud stores all the data in the servers virtually. So now we will understand the difference between on-premise and cloud. So on-premise software, they are installed on the company's computers and the server, which are primarily managed by the company's internal IT staff. Whenever the company wants to add more users, that means we need to add more hardware. And as companies required to customize on-premise solutions, those additions may not be easy to re-implement with the future versions of the ERP software. So whenever there are some changes, they need to retrofit or modify the existing customizations in order to accommodate the new versions of the solution or the new patches which are coming on that on-premise environment. Besides, the solution is paid for. The companies have to invest on the hardware facilities, data security necessary to run the on-premise software. And in addition, the company needs additional personnel to manage all the software needs of an organization. On the other hand, cloud is a service that is accessed through web browser, and cloud-based ERP providers continuously upgrade their solution with little or no impact on businesses. Though we will look at the multiple options which are available in cloud, but if we talk about the SaaS, which is service as a software, it will get upgraded automatically on a monthly and quarterly frequency and with a minimal impact to the businesses. So companies, they don't require any hardware procurement, IT infrastructure. Everything would be provided by the Oracle in this case, and companies can easily invest more time, money, resources in fulfilling core business strategy rather than focusing on the IT infrastructure. Organization can avoid cost of all computing infrastructure and software licenses. They can purchase all these things as a service. So with the help of cloud ERP, you can access system and business data from anywhere, anytime. So why organizations are moving on to Oracle Cloud? So no servers are required as the organization can simply purchase it as a service. Organization need not maintain their servers on a physical location. They need not invest time and money into these servers. Everything would be run by the Oracle on the virtual servers, which will manage them in terms of availability and upgrade. Not only the servers can provide you the scalability, also the applications would be upgraded on a quarterly or monthly frequency. In addition to that, cloud-based applications are quite friendly in terms of interfacing with other applications of the system, whether you are talking about the interfacing it with the other third-party applications, the bank, or any service provider, the cloud-based applications are seamlessly integrated. So what are the different options available in Oracle Cloud? So there are three options primarily. The first one is SaaS, which is software as a service, then PaaS, platform as a service, and then IaaS, which is infrastructure as a service. Software as a service will provide you access to the standard product, which is the vanilla product, whether you go with Oracle Cloud Financial, Supply Chain, or Human Capital. Under software as a service, there would be regular updates on the product in terms of the functionality, and also the database would be upgraded as well. The only thing which you need to think about is you cannot do any customization in terms of the forms, pages, or functionality. The only thing which you can build is the reports. Then we have PaaS, which is platform as a service. You will get the standard product by the Oracle, but there is could be a possibility to do the customization as well. And you can also develop the integrations on the PaaS platform. But there would be no auto update for the new releases on the customization. Then we have infrastructure as a service. So it's a kind of a storage or infrastructure space you can take and you can deploy any application, whether it's an Oracle application or the other application. It's just that you are buying the storage on the cloud. The same whether you are buying from the Oracle or you're buying from Amazon or the other cloud service provider.